Okay, good evening, everyone. Well, I guess it's evening, wherever. Maybe it's evening. Good day is what I should say. Okay, so I don't actually have a topic of conversation for this one. I say that for every single one, and then I somehow find something to talk about. So today we have Adelscott, one of my favorites actually. So giving this a review is going to be difficult because I mean my mind's kind of made up as it is. I'm gonna still give it a try. See what's my take on it is. Okay, so this is actually like a bit of a whiskey beer. It's yeah, a bit of a whiskey flavored beer. You know, it might be a blend. I'm not sure. But yeah, I have to be close to the microphone. This is one of my favorites when I can get it, which I can't always get. That was not as bad pour as usual. Um, so if I sound a bit off, I mean I'm not ill, but yeah, I've got a problem at the moment. Okay, so it's basically like for some reason I've been having nosebleeds like crazy amount recently. I think it's the dry cold air, and yeah, it's for some reason it gives me like the voice that I'm ill, but like when I'm not actually ill. So it's weird. It's hard to describe. Hard to explain actually. Okay. Do I have anything to talk about? I'm recording a new album based on video games. I I resubscribed to Suno and I'm having a blast with it. I've generated so many instrumentals, and I'm looking forward to working with a lot of them. Um, I think right now what I'm gonna really do is make less, but make them better. I'm thinking I don't make so many. I just focus on one at a time, make that really good, and then like when I release like a bunch of them all at once, my album. It's not really an album, let's be honest. It's just me making out like it is and just releasing a bunch at the same time. And I have like a similar theme. But look, I like calling it an album anyway. So and then I'll release them all at once I'm happy that they're all good. Okay, so Adelscott, let's give this a try, shall we? Okay, how do I describe this taste? It's very soft. You can you can taste the whiskey in it, but it doesn't. You don't get the feeling of it. You don't get the same feeling, like the same kick as whiskey. But this is very smooth. This is what makes this really nice. This is a 5.8% in Morris beer. It is very smooth. Very light, very smooth. There's a bit of a wateriness to it. It's not sour in the slightest. It's actually a tiny bit sweet. There's a little bit of a hint of that in there. It's a tiny bit bitter, but it's got a bit of a lasting taste. This almost feels closer to a porter than anything else, which I now know what that is. I started making these beer reviews. I didn't know what porter was until I had one in the San Juan Island, and then I knew what porter was. I'm like, oh, this is not too different from Guinness. Um, and then I realized, well, actually, just porters are kind of like that. Yeah, this is lovely. They get a grade for this. So it's not got anything really spectacular. It's just really pleasant, really nice. This will be one of the high grades. Maybe I shouldn't have finished that so quick. Yeah. At the time of recording this, I actually have a week off coming up. Oh, it's so great. Best thing at work is like when you've got when you've got time off coming up and like you're the only one. It's like next week I'm off and everyone else is working. Except it's kind of shit because then it happens the other way around equally as much to you. But still it can be fun. That it is we go like at work we're always talking like, oh if I told you I'm on holiday at the end of the week, and like I've been doing this all week, and yeah, it's like I am an absolute jokester at work. I play so many practical jokes. I tell so many jokes as well, and I'm very in on banter. It's, that's just me, I guess. I just love doing stuff like that. It's yeah, guys. I want you to leave in the comments. What what's been the best practical joke you've ever played on someone before? And also, do you joke a lot at work or wherever you're watching this from? Do you joke a lot with people? I don't know because I think laughter is a good like healing tool for everything, and I think laughter at almost every subject can be acceptable with the right people in the right context and particularly with the right intent as well. And yeah, you can you can joke and laugh and make light of things that are pretty bad, but it's like okay, it's kind of difficult to explain. It's like the intention isn't to lessen it. The intention isn't to forget it. The intention is to not be brought down by it. Um, okay, let me try and find a good example. Like, say say you've got a family member who's like passed away, or like a pet, and like my favorite thing is to remember the bits that made me laugh about them, and then that gives me a positive emotion when I think back, like I think back and remember them, rather than feeling sad that they're not here. That makes sense. So it's turning something negative into something positive. Um, and yeah, I joke about some pretty pretty serious topics, and it's more because like with something that's so negative and so depressing and so really bad, you know, it serves people to kind of lighten that a little bit. Actually, just being able to humor something, and it it doesn't demean or lessen whatever you're laughing at, but it does help you not. It helps you. Granted, doesn't help anyone that's affected by this, but it helps you. But there's the other thing of like if it's just between you and your friends, is it harming anyone? That's the other thing. Is it actually really harming anyone? Be laughing at something else that's like quite bad that's like happened to someone. I think that there is a level of respect that has to be had, but I think like as well as respect, it's like do no harm basically. And if it's just between you and your friends, there is not any harm that's being done because that doesn't leave your group. So, I don't know. It's why did I get onto this quite big topic actually? It's just randomly. Yes. Well, I like joking around, like laughing. It's like it's therapeutic and it's healing. Like it heals. And why I just started talking about that. It's kind of depressing. Nothing prompted that, by the way. It was literally just me talking about like how I'd like to joke around at work. Or stalling time because actually during the first bit of that too quickly. It is so nice. That is like, there's a little bit more than just a bit of sweetness in this. That there is a sweetness in it. And I think it kind of defines the character a little bit as well. So, Adelscott, I am going to give this. It's a difficult one. I'm going to give this a an 8.0 out of 10. This is like every time I thought about it, I was like, do I go up a bit? Do I go even higher? Um, so I'm going with the mentality that there is no such thing as a 10 out of 10 beer. This is an 8, and I don't know how many others I rated 8 or higher before, but this is really, really good. Um, so yeah, I'll wrap it up for today. I was gonna do two, but I'm not feeling the second one right now, so I'll probably do another day. Um, so maybe I'll have something to talk about then. Well, apparently I had something to talk about today, so yeah. Um, by the way, don't mind me. I actually have to make sure I can get OBS back up. As in like turning on my screen because I have to actually click something to end the video. Anyway, guys, thank you everyone for watching, and I'll see you next week.